we want to know who's playing what in a Ditto, you look on the bottom left and bottom right, and you can see what port they are and what color they are too.
Yeah, very, very happy with this layout.
Crunch the blue fox. The one thing that I noticed about Crunch is he's a little bit more of a defensive fox, but he makes himself like kind of like awkward to hit. Really gonna run away as opposed to like really prioritizing stage control.
I would say that's a very good assessment. He's this unorthodox fox, and he has really good form on the defense side.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how he creatively gets these combos.
Yeah. But he does things like in an execution test where he picks the options that make it harder for you to hit him. And if you mess up at any point, then he's just going to find a free hit, just like that.
Yeah, well said. Looks like Gio had a decent handle on the first stock, but just gets F-smashed out that stage.
Ooh, they both jumped. And sometimes the best call-out in this matchup is just to jump near at them and hope they jump into it.
Throw out that zoning hitbox if you're in the right spot in time.
Of course, if they're not jumping and they dash dance you, you're kind of screwed.
The counter to jumping is staying on the ground, folks.
Yes.
It's hard to know that.
Or throw out a better space back arrow up tilt. There's many counters to it.
It's ambiguous. It certainly is.
There's many options, and the interaction between like what foxes can do to each other is like really interesting. I guess the big thing in this matchup though is finding the option that leads into a lot of damage.
Whatever can follow up on.
Yeah.
Right? Just because you get this first hit doesn't mean you're winning.
Ooh, no DI. It's kind of weird that we still see the up throw up air. Most foxes opt for back air now.
Go through that smash DI in the experience, yeah. Gio right now having a lot of trouble building up into launch percentage. You see that platform is not high enough yet.
And Crunch just adding up a lot of damage. It's just like freebies. He's numbing.
Yeah, he hasn't committed himself to anything, exposed himself in any way. Gio's been trading a lot too, and now this is the spot I don't like personally, where you're at the next stock and you're at the same percentages.
Yeah. It feels kind of bad because you're just like, I want to get the stock, but like slowly they're inching towards a higher lead.
You shouldn't change your risk assessment though, because you still need to keep yourself in the game. And okay, ledge dash is coming out. Catching that spot dodge with this back here. That should be stock, and no,
and
Gio.
He messes up. Grabbing the ledge apparently is not forte.
It's one of his weaknesses.
Getting off the ledge, though.
Yeah, he looks good. He's one of those kids that can jump into the pool, but can't get out.
Yeah. I guess in this case it'd be getting out of the pool, but not like for some reason he can't get in the pool. Hey guys.
Crunch right now getting a pretty decent amount of follow-up on this, over 50%.
Just punishing Giogio's approaches, which is back airs and just walls.
Yeah.
Counter approaches are just looking so good.
Seems like he's just more punished.
But he's like, I got ledge dashes.
I got ledge dash up smash. Yeah, Crunch is just more experienced in placing a lot of zoned moves, and Gio seems to be just running into them, not using any shield or crouch cancels.
For some reason, I feel like Crunch is like a Fox player, or like a Sheik player in a Fox's soul.
I can totally see this. The way that he's at a lot of spots early, the way Sheik would be, right?
Yeah.
Fox doesn't necessarily have to be in these positions preemptively because of how fast and how reactable he is with his moveset.
Yeah. So it's pretty interesting because like it's like I just imagine it's like, oh, Sheik would forward tilt here or up tilt there. Like.
And he's already up tilting that way, yeah. There's a lot of ways to play the Fox Ditto, and the strength of it comes down to twofold, I think. One is edge guarding, and two is vertical juggling.
Yeah. And the one thing that I don't really see, I don't know why that's the case, but like Left and Armada are just so much better than everybody in platform follow-ups too.
They have that grinded down.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if they're just like, if they're reading or they just have a systematic tree of options that they go for based on like the reactions.
Yeah, it seems like they try to reproduce reactions as best as possible.
Yeah.
Gio, you're getting that ledge dash up smash, but just
you can't be going for that grab. You know you're late. That's the one thing you need to learn also, like as you're developing players, knowing when you're late.
It's a really good skill, right? You back off on that grab because they're going to spot dodge or hit you, or don't do something.
Hearing some Tommies in the background.
Yeah, that's Gio.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice back air positioning from Crunch to cover that ledge.
And Gio went all in. He could have gone to top platform. It would have been a free platform for him.
He's somewhat of a gambler in that sense, where younger players are more likely to go for ledge dash. Fearlessness, right?
Yeah. But Crunch running away right now.
little bit DI mishap from Gio, just taking those up tilts.
Yeah, he's just not able to get anything started against Crunch's defensive game. Even like his damage, it's like 10 damage. It's nothing like big, like a grab.
It's because I think Crunch is anticipating a lot of this and has good DI or form on a lot of the hits.
Yeah.
Very interesting shot.
Of course, the ledge dashes.
Yeah, that's what he's got. Crunch does it.
You know what Giogio should just do at this point? He should just be like, I'm just going to spam the ledge and just run away to another ledge when you chase me, and then I'm going to get invincibility.
I think he just got to stock by going to ledge.
He did.
He should just do what Hax does on the stage, yeah, just go ledge to ledge to ledge, invincibly.
Yeah. All right, go to ledge. No, don't play on stage.
This is the exact opposite of the X19 strategy, which is, no, don't go to ledge, fight on stage.
All right, good stuff to Crunch. It was kind of close in the end, just mainly because of that weird interaction on the ledge where Crunch got stage spiked. Good stuff to him. And next we have us coming on camera, of course, but we also have Plup versus Homemade Waffles coming on deck.
That's going to be a really exciting match.
I do think that Plup and Homemade Waffles have played since the HEC set, infamously at HEC Throwdown. It was like 2 years ago. Homemade Waffles. These long H names. Homemade Waffles defeated Plup in what was probably the upset of the tournament.
Yes.
Despite the fact that MacD beat Mango and we had a bunch of other stuff.
HTC was a crazy one-day tournament. One of the biggest, by the way, in history.
Yeah.
It was a nuts tournament. And now we get to see Homemade Waffles play again. So this tournament, he is an unofficial caster that's in the tournament and casting.
Okay.
So he's got that special status right now.
If you're watching for whatever reason, RIP, we wish you best of luck. For whatever reason that you weren't able to show up, we miss you. But yeah, I think Homemade Waffles is backfilling Toph for that very reason.
Yeah, we're trying to do our best to get in all of his hours covered. Homemade Waffles using a Falco. Really, really strong player. He's approaching the stage right now. He's wearing some California representation.
He's gotta.
Yeah, and Plup wearing Panda Global gear. Guys, it's been 7 years of the Big House. It's such a pleasure to bring you some commentary action. You can follow us on Twitter. Tafikins, what's your Twitter?
Tafikins.
At Tafikins, and I'm at Vrozone. So you got the A's. I actually just watched a movie. Man, I feel... This is the Athletics A's, right?
The what?
Do you know anything about baseball?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, the hat he's wearing, it's the A's, the Athletics.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just watched Moneyball.
Oh, okay.
And I was a big fan of it.
Yeah. No one ever calls the A's the Athletics.
Well, I mean, what does it stand for?
Well, it does stand for, like, Oakland Athletics, but, like, no one ever says, like...
They just call them the A's.
The A's.
All right.
That's why I was, like, thrown off. I was like, Athletics? Yeah, Moneyball's a great movie. I love it.
It was a really great movie. It's the first team to employ Moneyball. Right, and pretty interesting.
Yeah, sabermetrics in general.
Yeah.
But now, like, every team uses